Hello guys, welcome back to our
Hi.
channel. My name is Eric. I'm here with
Smana,
and we are the Purgers. So welcome back to our channel, to another episode with us today. So today we're going to briefly talk about a story from the Bible, about the children of Israel in a sense, to see how does what happened in that story and how does that apply for us today. And then when we look at in Exodus chapter 2, we saw the children of Israel was complaining about Pharaoh and how they were in bondage, and then they wanted deliverance out of bondage. And then once you continue the reading down in Exodus, you go to chapter 8 of Exodus, you see now God is answering the children of Israel through Moses. And then now he's saying that he's going to deliver his people out of their bondage and bring them to a place where they could serve him. And then
Exodus 8 verse 1.
Exodus 8 verse 1. So part of the reason God wanted to, I guess, deliver the children of Israel, because he wanted them to serve him in spirit and in truth. Because in Egypt, it was a place called sin. Pharaoh had a tight grip on them. They couldn't breathe, and God wanted them to be delivered from that condition so they could serve him. And then now God is now taking these people into this process, and then even before God could even I guess call Moses to come deliver these people, what did God have to do with Moses?
With Moses, God has to take him to his own wilderness experience, right? If once God called someone, before he can use you to help other people, the work needs to be seen in you. And with Moses, it took him 40 years for him to go to his wilderness experience. Then God used him to bring the children of Israel out. Yeah,
so God had to use Moses, put him to the wilderness for 40 years to work in his character. And as God was working on Moses' character for 40 years after he gave himself to get him prepared now, right? Because, Moses had a lot of anger in him because he had killed.
He had a few issues.
Yeah, when he was in Egypt, he killed somebody. So God had to hey, man, for me to be able to use you for my glory, for all the glory to come to me, I can't have you going out there trying to kill people and fight people. So I need to work on your character. So God brought him to the countryside or the wilderness and then work on his character for 40 years. And now God is bringing him back now to deliver the children of Israel now out of the bondage, so they could put him into a place that could serve him. Now, how does that apply for us now today that is going through a different type of wilderness experience right now in our Christian journey, or in the process of going to the heavenly Canaan? How does that apply for us?
In Revelation 3, when God says, "Buy of me gold tried in the fire," that's what comes to mind. Where that's the wilderness experience. That's what it is. We are being refining our character, and with the children of Israel, when they think of Canaan, they know God promised them the promised land, but they feel like, okay, from Egypt to Canaan, just like with us now, we're like, okay, we're here, we can't wait, Jesus come, please come. However, Jesus is saying, yeah, before I come, yes, I have a heavenly Canaan waiting for you. However, there's a character development, there's a refining, there's a wilderness that you have to go through before you can get there, right?
And then one other thing too, like people wilderness experience might be different. For some person, it might be somebody not around waiting for God to get them out of the cities into the country, right? For somebody else within this experience, it might be you even in the country, and then you trying to find the property that you need while you're in the country, and you're praying and you're asking God. Or you might be another person that may be up to debt. They might be in a lot of debt until they they feel with that, they don't know what to do with that. And then some people might have the wife might be prepared, or the husband doesn't want to, or the husband wants to, the wife doesn't want to. So everybody going through a different type of wilderness experience right now, as God is trying to work on their character now. So what we want to encourage you is that the Bible tells us now to not go after the same spirit as the children of Israel, who had a spirit of unbelief. When God was trying to work on their character and trying to perfect their character through the whole process, so they within this experience, they had a spirit of unbelief, and they pretty much wanted to give up, and they wanted to go back to Egypt.
Mercy.
Right? And then we want to encourage you guys, like even though things might not be going through the way you thought it should be going through, to continue press on. Amen. That in due time, and God promised all for sure that if He says something, He will do it. Amen. God desires for us to move out of the cities into the country, that He may work in our character. So we must trust in that God will deliver us and bring us through wherever we think it's now, 5 years from now, we don't know. All we have to do is trust in His promise, pray, and do our part. And as God has given us those different experiences, we must pray and ask for strength to go through those experiences. Amen. Anything else you want to add?
The one thing I want to add, like you said it before, but I want to reinforce it. Just don't give up. Just like with the children of Israel, we see while they were going through the wilderness, that's when they had to go through a lot of reform, especially health reform, right? Where they have, God was giving them manna from heaven, but they were missing the meat of Egypt. They wanted to go back. They got discouraged. Let this not be the same for us. Let us trust in God and know that whatever He's doing, it's what's gonna get us prepared for heavenly Canaan. Let us not go weary and give up.
And then one other thing too, as we know, the time is to come. There's gonna be a crisis that's gonna break upon the world.
Yes.
And then as a crisis break upon the world, it's tells us that character is revealed in a crisis, right? So before this crisis break, our character must be reflecting the character of Christ.
Yes,
so
sir.
we must pray and even ask God for a wilderness experience right now, because it's through the wilderness experience that our character will be defined, that when the time of that crisis will come, we'll be able to stand. So well, this is all for me today. I'm not sure if you have anything else you want to add. We want to keep it short and sweet. We just want to encourage you guys to continue to press on and keep your eyes focused upon Christ as you go into your own wilderness experience, as you go into different trials right now, to continue to trust God. That God will see you through, and continue to press on, and that everything will work in God's favor and also in your favor if you continue to trust in God. So this is all for us today. See you guys next time. Stay blessed and be encouraged. Bye.